Good morning. I'm Nancy Paris. We're going to wait a few minutes as others join. I want to welcome you, and I'll be silent reviewing my notes for just a couple of minutes, and we'll get started at 9 o'clock. Thank you. Still waiting just a couple of minutes for folks to join. Welcome to those of you who have just signed in. Good morning again. I'm Nancy Paris, and you're joining Compassion and Connection, Georgia Course Meditation Series for members of the cancer care community. I want to acknowledge and honor your participation today and also say how very pleased I am to lead us through this process. You're joining on Facebook Live. This is number 4 of 7 in our meditation series, and we are happily going to focus today on love. So if you would like to review other sessions, I believe you know that they're archived, and you can also go to Georgia Course Facebook page to access those. Our resource for today is A Return to Love by Marianne Williamson. And this is an inspirational book that's decades old based on A Course in Miracles. If Marianne's name sounds familiar to you, that may be because you heard her as a presidential candidate, though this has nothing to do with politics, I assure you. But she did write a book a couple of years ago called Healing the Soul of America, and that may also be something you're interested in or not. Our affirmation or beneficial thought for the day is by noted American author Willa Cather. Where there is love, there is always miracles. Where there is love, there are always miracles. Let me take a moment to refresh us on our last couple of sessions, because these are the building blocks for our meditation on love. So mindfulness is being present in the moment, connecting deeply with our breathing, and releasing judgment. And I hope in your meditation practice at home that you've been increasingly aware of mindfulness and as you go through the course of your daily life. Now, compassion is the intrinsic connection that we have to our inner light, and through that inner light to others. So we focused on those two in the preceding sessions, and each of us are inherently capable of and deserving of love through these processes, and as our God-given right based on our humanity. Because miracles are a natural expression of love, we want to recognize them as an essential element or ingredient for healing for ourselves, for our patients, for the cancer community, and our families. There's no limit to this kind of loving expression. It is truly transformational. Some of you may be more comfortable using the term loving kindness, and I like that too, because it's a little softer around the edges, and it allows us to let go of some of our expectations about love that are attached to perfection, like romantic love or parental love. Sometimes we get caught up in what that might be or should be, and loving kindness may help us release judgment. So use whichever term you prefer. I always like to share a personal experience, this one of loving kindness, when we're getting ready for our meditation and settling ourselves in. My mother-in-law doesn't live in Atlanta anymore, and recently I visited her out of town. She has dementia, and of course she didn't know that I was coming with my daughter to visit her. And when she saw me, her face illuminated. She was joyful. Her eyes brightened. She didn't call me by name, but she did say, "Oh, it's you. You're mine." And then she looked at her granddaughter and she said, "And that's our baby." Of course, she's a grown woman, but it was one of the most joyful, tearful moments where I knew that her inner light was still there, even though her ability to express was very limited. Look for those loving, joyful moments in your life and mark them. And you may be surprised that you are the source of that love and joy for others. And when you see that, please acknowledge that too, because it emerges from our souls and it is absolutely transformational. I'm going to give you a challenge in the form of an assignment for the coming week, which is to give this loving kindness to yourself. Remember, part of our mission is to focus on self-care. And I'll share with you a way that I've done this, and I'll acknowledge that it is not entirely comfortable, but I hope you use it and I hope you benefit. So, if you take a moment to look in the mirror every so often and look at yourself and validate yourself by saying, I love you, you're doing a good job. You're serving your family and community well. When you faced X challenge, it was uncomfortable, but you rose to that challenge. Whatever it is, whatever comes to mind, look in the mirror, look in your eyes, and affirm your loving kindness. It just takes a few seconds and it will really start to build that awareness. And you might be surprised that other people are even more able to see and acknowledge the light within you. We all harbor shame and guilt and fear, and there's really no reason for that. It's just part of the human condition. I remember how we did this with our family dog when she was a puppy, and we would say, Maeve, you're such a good dog. You look after the whole family. Look how well you caught that stick. And it doesn't matter that you made a mess on the floor. We'll be cleaning it up. It was such pure self-acceptance, and we all need that for ourselves. And as a reminder, this is a way of generating miracles, big and small, through loving kindness. Now, I know you remember the process if you've been with us for a few weeks, and if you've not and you're just joining us, that's okay too. I've just shared our affirmation, which I will share again, and then you'll hear the sound of our angel bell, and you'll begin to focus internally deeply on slow, connected breathing. And we will breathe together in silence. And I will be here on the screen. You'll see me, should you choose to open your eyes, for 10 minutes of peaceful, deep, connected breathing that helps us be aware of our inner selves, our inner light, and the loving kindness we emanate. If you hear any distractions, just gently let them go, put them aside, and clear your mind as you experience this time that you deserve and that we hope will be of great benefit. So let us begin with our affirmation or beneficial thought. Where there is love, there are always miracles. Where there's love, there are always miracles. Begin your breathing. Our angel bell calls us back together. Just continue relaxing comfortably in the position that feels best to you with your slow breathing. I want to congratulate you for taking these 20 minutes for yourself to focus on love and loving kindness, and to acknowledge how love can create miracles to heal the world. Indeed, wherever there is love, there are miracles. Please feel free to send comments to us about this series or suggestions through Facebook. And also, I invite you to join us live next Thursday at 9 in the morning, and we'll talk about and focus on forgiveness, another big topic. And meditation can help us achieve forgiveness for ourselves, for others, and for the world we live in. Have a good week. Please, if you find this of benefit, please choose to connect your friends to the archive versions through our Facebook page. Thank you again, and I look forward to talking with you soon and to meditating with you next week.